Regal Cinemas, the company behind this ethical violation of a pre-movie commercial.
It's not a man purse, it's called a satchel.
You can't sit with us.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Not really my choice for the theater chain I go to watch movies at. AMC A-list members, rise up. I just don't really have any of their theaters within an hour radius of me, or in other words, the amount of time the Academy watched Killers of the Flower Moon. Because of this, I don't really know any of their premium formats. And I'm a sucker for premium formats. I fucking love those things. Dolby Cinema is just cool as hell, and IMAX just blows me away every time and makes pretty much any movie better. I haven't seen a film print before, but a feeling deep in my bones and most obscure organs gets incredibly envious and jealous of people who can even see a 35mm screening. And don't get me started on the IMAX 70mm. Don't say a single goddamn word about those souvenir film strips. I will scream. So color me intrigued when I found out through Regal's website, which I was looking at for some reason, that they have two premium formats, Screen X and the subject of this video, 4DX. And I was a little confused about 4DX. I've been to Universal Studios, I've been to Disney World, I watched Defunct Land videos. I know what 4D is. You sit in a chair, get thrown around, and get squirted on to give the illusion that you're really kissing the minions or whatever you do on that ride. I understand that for a 15 to 20 minute ride or short film, but for a whole movie? And so I decided to see it for myself. I dragged along my boyfriend Cricket and came up with a plan to excuse a potential waste of money for content. I wanted to compare the 4DX experience to the completely bare-bones theater experience to see if paying extra for 4D really immerses you into a movie better. Now, at the time I did this experiment, the movie in 4D was The Beekeeper, and to be honest, I wasn't very excited to see it 2 times in one night. But for the sake of useless and painfully basic analysis of neurological science, I sucked it up and managed to stay excited.
Does it look like I'm kissing you?
No, not even close.
Got curly fries on the sides. Oh boy.
It's an all nationality. Everybody.
That's a good amount. $8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 19, 20. 20 divided by 7.
It's like $1 per 3.
That's not bad. Okay, try it first with the sauce.
The sauce?
With the sauce. It's cheese sauce.
That is very natural color.
There are some situations that young homeowners turning into their parents
You wanna
just
smell?
can't handle.
Yeah, there he is. There's my nephew.
Very natural.
Video of him
He smells so good.
playing piano.
That's not how you
He's
decide. Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents.
They're not warm.
Alright. This is a lot of cheese sauce. Goddamn. I'm gonna. Yeah. Extra prideful. Bite.
I'm getting a POV. So gross. What would you rate it out of 10?
Not very high. Shrek. It's like a little better than average. No, it's just like average. So I give it like a 5.
Hey! So we just got back from the first screening of The Beekeeper. And we both did not like it.
It was so fun. A lot of it was bad.
Yeah.
It didn't develop the characters enough for you to care about anything happening.
No.
It had really bad costume design, like that apparently, but since I work at a shoe store, I was paying attention to people's shoes and noticing really weird shoe choices. Like in the last part, Jason Statham is wearing a like full suit basically, even though he's wearing like a t-shirt, whatever. but it looks very formal. And then he's wearing these dorky little sneakers. And every time there would be a wide shot of him with his shoes, I would be like, oh my God, he looks so stupid. And they didn't incorporate the bee stuff enough. It was just like, he's a beekeeper.
Yeah,
He
so
keeps bees.
basically the whole point of the beekeeper, it's basically more of a metaphor for like, I don't know, kind of like a sovereign citizen type thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, when the law doesn't do enough, you need someone to step in and kill. I think the movie would have been more entertaining if they took the beekeeping thing literally, and he could just like summon the bees.
And also it'd be cool if like they used it more.
Yeah.
You know, because it was just like, it was only that one thing of being like, oh, there's this type of bee that sometimes if the queen gives birth to bad offspring, he'll fucking kill him. And that's the only thing that they cared about with the bee stuff. There was like nothing else. And then he also like did beekeeping, but it was only showed for like a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he was like gonna give the honey, and then like the fucking guys came and shot up his beehives, and he didn't even care about that. They didn't even show him being like, my bees.
There's just like no stakes.
And his thing is like, he's just killing people like crazy. Like literally when he went into the scamming place, he just fucking beat a guy to death. Just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Well, his justification in the movie was like, they're doing the calls, so they're bad people too, which is fine.
Yeah, but then he was
guess.
like, if you guys want to live, you can leave. And it's like, well, what?
Not
Why is it you want them dead, but you also don't want them
But
dead?
he needed to show them that he was serious, that he could fuck them up, that he could kill them. So they just chose that one guy.
I find it stupid.
But yeah, the whole motivation is like some lady that was like what, his neighbor.
His neighbor.
His neighbor.
Or it's like his landlord almost too.
He rents a shed she has on her property.
A farm.
On her
An old farmhouse.
There's no farming on it though. It's
Yeah,
just,
but that's what it is.
okay.
It's the technical term.
Yeah, but there's a shed in like the back of her property that he rents to do beekeeping stuff in.
Which he doesn't even. He has the bees outside. He makes the honey.
He makes the honey
but he doesn't even make
inside.
the honey there because he had like a little setup outside for that.
Yeah, but he does it again inside.
This makes no sense.
It doesn't.
He had a bunch of power tools.
Yeah.
Those tools that he had in there, they were like ones that we had for like wood cutting and metal cutting, and I was like, huh? I guess it makes sense for like if you're making the beehives. I have no clue.
I don't know. His relationship with this lady isn't never developed enough to the point where we care if she dies.
He says twice. He's like, she's the only
Yeah.
person that took care of me.
He says she's the only person that ever took care of me. Ever? Like, are you not gonna like? Okay, they don't show any flashbacks with
No, there's
him
no
and
preface of
her.
like
Is she?
why it makes sense.
They just have like a sort of. They have like a sort of like back and forth. Their relationship is not developed at all. So when she kills herself, when she kills herself because she got scammed for millions of dollars that she could easily just report to the bank, hey, I got scammed.
Literally, she got the notifications on her phone being like suspicious activity, and it's like, yeah, respond to that because then you can fix the thing. You're fine. Like it's just like, what? The only justification I was like, maybe it's because she felt guilty about the charity money, but then again, if she reported the suspicious activity, she could have easily gotten it back.
Yeah. So her killing herself makes no fucking sense. And their relationship is not fully developed. So when she dies, it's just like, okay. And then her daughter is an FBI agent, coincidentally. Her actor fucking sucks. She takes the life out of every scene she's in.
Yeah, the actress is from Umbrella Academy. I don't remember her name. and I don't remember the character's name that she plays, but I liked her better in Umbrella Academy. I don't remember. I remember watching that, and not being like she sucks as much as she did in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably that she's not given a lot to work with, and the director is probably not very good because it's the same director as the guy who did Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and obviously these, it's not just her too. It's like everybody.
Everyone kind of sucks in this fucking movie. She has this partner, and they have like the buddy cop banter back and forth, but it's never really funny. It's trying to really hard, but it's just really awkward. Plot is just so whatever. They keep repeating that Jason Statham is the beekeeper.
It's
like
so
every
funny.
2 minutes in the movie. Not a lot of bees for a movie called Beekeeper. The action is okay at best.
Most of it is like pretty sloppy, and like the filming's janky.
Yeah.
But there are some parts where it's like, oh, that was a cool move or whatever.
Yeah, and there's just really random brutality. It like picks and chooses when to show like a lot of blood. And it's very
like the guy getting his fingers cut off, and then the guy in the elevator.
Yeah, a guy gets chopped in half by an elevator, and it's really bloody, and then that just comes out of nowhere.
And it's like,
yeah, guy gets stabbed multiple times, and it's really bloody. But every time someone else gets stabbed or shot, there's no blood splatter at all.
And also the actors are really bad at acting. The guy who got his fingers cut off, I think, was honestly the best at acting. Like, oh yeah, I'm in pain, and this fucking hurt.
Walmart,
you know?
Andrew Garfield.
I was gonna say Ben Schwartz.
I can see both.
Yeah, the entire time, like during a scene, I was just like, you know, who'd be better at this?
I honestly think the best actor in the movie was that guy, the second, like Wolf of Wall Street type guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's just like, I love you so much I could suck your dick. It's so over the top.
It's so funny.
That's like the only part where like the self-aware over the topness really works.
Yeah.
Because, oh my god. So I think one of the worst lines in the movie, and like how on the nose it is Josh Hutcherson's character.
Oh my god.
He's just like really like millennial crypto guy. They reference crypto multiple times, and it's not funny at all.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be like the little rich boy who doesn't have any consequences, but you know, now is getting somebody after him.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't work.
I think one of the worst lines in the movie is like, his mom is the president of the United States, and then she's like, I'm gonna tell the truth about everything. And then he's like, what the fuck is the truth?
Well, but my point that I was gonna say was, like, nobody acts like they're hurt unless they're like down, you know? Because like Jason Statham, literally, he got like stabbed in the stomach.
He gets stabbed in the stomach near the end of the movie, and then he's
just fine.
He's just fine. He just walks it off, and then shoots Josh Hutcherson, and then jumps over a ledge, gets a scuba diving outfit, goes in the ocean, and then a bee flies across the screen, and then immediate cut to scrolling credits. Not even like a directed by or like a whole sequence. It just cuts immediately to the scrolling up. It is so
fast and like
it is so awkward.
We both were like laughing.
I was laughing like maniacally.
Yeah.
In the theater.
Yeah, we both were.
The most fun I got out of it was just laughing at it,
Yeah.
and not to discredit, because the movie knows it's stupid.
Yeah,
it knows it's ridiculous and a little over the top sometimes, but
it doesn't accomplish like that type of like good bad, you know. What's a movie that does that well?
Well, you like Sharknado.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sharknado. I was trying to see if there was something that you could name. That like has that good bad. Actually,
I mean, House kind of has that a little bit. Like it knows it's over the top. Not that House is like good bad. House is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a legitimate great movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
But it has that kind of
But
same.
it knows it's like really absurd,
Mm-hmm.
and it like plays with that, with its editing and just how the characters are literally just like named after their personality traits.
Yeah.
But the Beekeeper tries to do something similar to that, not nearly as crazy as House is, but it tries to be like, hey, we know this is kind of stupid.
A good example, I think, would be... I don't know if this is a great example, but I think that Hobbs and Shaw is a better example, because it's like... It's that same kind of action movie, and it's a Fast and Furious sequel or whatever, so it's definitely playing into like that absurdity, but then it also is still being like a series. It like has that good balance of being able to understand how absurd and wild it is, but also still being a fun action movie and having like this serious like villain and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
It's just not really fun.
no.
Maybe, and then that's kind of the point. Like, maybe the 4D will make this more
And
fun.
I think that like also just like it's trying to have that absurd like making fun of this type of action movie, but all of the jokes fall flat, so then it's not able to do
That's
that.
what I'm saying. If they wanted to go truly absurd with it, just make him be able to control the bees.
Exactly. The bees are not there as much, and I feel like definitely that would have made it the right kind of absurd. To have him like in the final battle and then he's just followed by a fucking swarm of bees.
It's just like a normal, like, boring, like, whatever action movie, and then there's like little slices of like, but we know it's bad.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No.
Not a good movie. I give it a 4 out of 10.
I agree.
I laughed at it more than I laughed with it.
Yeah. It was we came out of it not mad about seeing it, because we were still able to just like laugh at it and have a good time.
Yeah, but it's not.
But that doesn't mean it's a
we
good
weren't
movie.
laughing.
We were laughing at it.
We weren't laughing at the things the movie wanted us to laugh at.
We were laughing. Oh my god. I was laughing at so much of it.
Maybe the 4D will make it.
Maybe it'll make it an amazing movie.
Maybe. Well, that's the point. Does 4D enhance us enjoying the movie?
Well, yeah. I guess we'll see if it makes it. Obviously, it won't improve on the flaws, but maybe it'll make it more fun.
What would you rate the movie?
I would agree with you that it's like a 4 out of 10, but mostly for enjoyment. If I was rating it more out of like the quality of the movie, it'd be like
I would give it like a 2 or 3. Yeah.
But at least I got some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
And didn't have like a horrible time.
So far, the worst movie of the year.
So far.
I guess
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'll just cut it from there.
Cut it from before I was doing the
Nope,
weird
I'm gonna
pose.
leave it like that.
Bitches ain't shit and they ain't say nothing. 100 motherfuckers can't tell me nothing. I bees in the trap, bees in the trap.
Which donkey should I go for?
Well, you have 15 seconds.
Right here. See what I get. No! It smells very clean. I'm glad that it smells.
At least it's sanitized. Oh my god.
Whoa. Those are some big ass fans.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. We're all the way up here.
Accessibility.
Just look how big the screen is.
Oh my god.
This is fucking.
This is insane. Like, that's an IMAX screen.
Ooh.
Stiff.
What the fuck?
Water on, water off.
I'm turning water on. I want the full experience.
Yeah, water's on already.
I guess this is where they spray you.
Just open your mouth.
This is fucking crazy.
Free water, you know. In this economy, these are deep ass cup holders. Look, it's like taking my drink. That is crazy.
The thing is kind of blocking the
screen a little bit.
Screen a little bit. But
Just a little bit.
we've seen the movie before.
We literally did just watch it. So. There's nothing really going on down there besides Jason Statham's nerdy shoes.
What is this? This is look how fucking high up this is.
Whoa! Like when you stood up, this whole thing shifted.
Yeah, I think it's like this whole
Connected.
Like, it's all connected. This is fucking wild.
This is insane. Yeah.
Holy shit!
I'll see you on the other side.
Freaking out!
I'm scared.
I told you not to get high before this.
Listen, I thought it'd be fun, but now I'm just nervous. Literally, like, where the water... you are right. Like, it looks like it's gonna go in our eyes.
We're, like, staring down the barrel. Uh-oh. The seats moved.
I'm so scared.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god, I need a seatbelt. It's just water. I mean, it's just air. Please don't do water. I'm scared. What the hell?
There it is, there's the water.
Was it just mist?
Yeah, it was just mist.
Oh, okay. Jesus fucking Christ.
All the chairs are moving.
Oh my god. The rubber thing touched
I
my
know.
leg. Oh my god.
Oh fuck, where is it?
Jesus Christ.
Absolute cinema experience. 4D.
Oh my god. Why don't we get seatbelts?
Just remember, Michael, this race doesn't end. The race for 19 years. This is my last chance to win.
Oh my fucking god.
The system. It's one mission
Greggy.
to keep the system safe.
Bro.
Beekeepers are given all resources, empowered to act on their own judgment.
He's like
For
that one guy
decades, they've
that does the
quietly worked
documentaries.
to keep the hive safe.
But annoying.
What?
You know the guy who does documentaries?
It appears that
Who's like, here we have the wild...
Oh.
What's his name?
Richard Attenborough?
Yeah, he sounds like him, but worse.
Wow, this
In like in an
movie-
action movie.
This movie's really interesting.
Yeah.
May have to reap the whirlwind.
I'm so over this.
Unless
Get me out of here. It's like a couple weeks later now.
It's not a couple weeks. Didn't we do it last week?
No.
Oh. Okay, it has been a couple weeks. We really needed some time to process everything that happened.
We definitely weren't tired and lazy
And forgot.
and forgot to do it.
The reason was I was called by the moose.
The moose?
The moose.
What did the moose say?
I gotta go.
The moose said he has to go, or you?
No,
have to
I
go?
gotta go.
Oh.
And so I had to go because the moose said so.
Why?
I don't know. Don't
Where
question
did
the
you-
moose.
where did you go?
I can't tell you that. That's confidential.
Okay. In terms of the 4D, did that help the movie for you?
It was a funner movie
Uh-huh.
because of the rocking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it has potential to be good, you know? I just think that some of it, like, some of the timing was off, especially for, like, the scents and stuff. They would just like, first time they did it, it was, like, when he first, like, was checking the bees and stuff. And it's like, that makes sense. Then after that, they just did it, like, any random time. Like, they did it at the gas station, and it's like, what?
And sometimes there's like these little like air, like they just like shoot air out and it goes a little psst, and that's supposed to happen like every time there's like a gunshot.
And if anything, it just made it more distracting.
Well, it made it more distracting, and they were off.
Yeah.
Like they were out of sync with the movie.
I just got annoyed by it.
Yeah.
By the end of it, I was just like, I don't. And then there was also, I don't know what the little noodle did, but it would wiggle around at random points.
I think that was like the scent.
Yeah.
The scent noodle.
Yeah, but then also the scent noodle. Yeah. But then also it would wiggle around like sometimes when it was like an intense fight scene. And every time it would happen, I would have to go.
I think for me, I don't think it really did anything, but like not annoy me, but it just didn't do anything.
I feel like if it was timed better, it could maybe be funner.
It didn't like immerse me into the movie.
Yeah.
It didn't make me like, the whole thing with 4D is like, oh, it makes you feel like you're actually a part of the thing. But it didn't. I just felt like I was being rocked around, and like there was action happening on screen.
There was action happening, and then that's when you'd be riled around, and it's like, am I supposed to be a part of this fight now?
And it would switch characters all the time, because then like Jason Statham would get like punched or like knocked on the ground, and then the chair would move. But then like 2 seconds later, when the person punching Jason Statham gets punched by Jason Statham, then it would rock again. It was really it was just like, and I think it's just because it was such like a action movie. Like there was a lot of just like standard, just like like that, and not a lot of like smooth motion. I think that was my problem with it. There wasn't a lot of smooth motion, and just constantly just like rocking my head like to the side.
There were also 2 moments when they could have used the water, and they didn't.
Yeah, they never used the water like spritz. They only used it
in the beginning.
During like the demo sequence.
And I didn't even feel it.
No, I didn't either.
You didn't feel it?
No,
you saw it?
I saw it come out, and I didn't feel it.
I thought that you had felt it, and that's how you knew, but you just saw it?
No, I saw it.
I just thought that I hadn't felt it because I had my arms over my head.
No, I was like, my face was like primed to get sprayed on.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. And there were 2 moments where it could have, and they didn't use it all in the movie, which I think was pretty disappointing. Knowing that there was a water thing, I kept on being like, it's going to do it. But then it wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the only part that actually like immersed me into the movie a little bit was one of the ending fight scenes, and like someone gets like stabbed in the back, and the knife gets left there for a really long time. There's this like feeler, I think that's what they called it. There's this little feeler in the seat that pushes up against your back, and that like really felt like, oh, there's something like on me or in me. Like,
yeah, that occasionally like would happen during other fights where it would just kind of be like bam, 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 and it's like, ow! Yeah. But then for that, it was held. Yeah. It was like, oh.
Yeah. I think that was like the only part that was like, oh, that was cool.
Yeah. And I think that I didn't really like notice the strobe light or like the lighting.
I did, but they didn't have like an effect on me at all.
Yeah, no.
It just felt like flashing in the corner of my eye, and that didn't really do anything.
Yeah, it just kind of felt like there was just like, you know, other things happening in the movie theater, not necessarily being like, oh, it's a part of the movie. It was just kind of like, that's also there.
Yeah.
I wish I had a seatbelt.
Yeah, I went down and looked at the handicapped row.
Yeah, we were the only people in the theater.
We were the only.
We were fucking around.
I went down into the handicapped row, and they had seatbelts. In that
which makes
sense, but they didn't have seatbelts for anywhere else.
Literally, like when it started, I was like, Jesus Christ! Like I was, whenever, like especially for that beginning part, because it was the most intense.
Yeah, because it shows off every single aspect of it. Yeah.
I was literally like holding onto the chair, like, don't fling me.
Yeah.
It was
And after a while, it just kind of I just like really got desensitized to it. Like we only saw like an hour and 45-minute movie. Like they're playing like Dune Part 2, and that's like 2 hours and 40 minutes of that. Like that's insane.
And it's like, I feel like the only way that this would work, or at least the only way where it could be like, yeah, that would make sense, is like with like a kaiju or monster attack.
Well, they
maybe?
played Godzilla in this.
Yeah, I feel like that would make sense. And be like, oh, you're a part of the movie, like Godzilla is in front of you, you know?
Yeah.
But with something like this, it's like, who am I supposed to... You don't understand where you're supposed to be. Are you supposed to be an onlooker? Are you supposed to be one of the people? Are you supposed to be Jason Statham? Like, it doesn't give you an exact, like, this is who you are for this. But I feel like in a movie like that, it would be like, oh, yes, I see. I'm a part of this, you know? They could also use the water.
Yeah.
All the time. Afterwards, we both were like, that was fun, but I don't think it's worth it.
No, it's $20 a person. I don't even know if this really has an audience. Like, I don't really know how popular this is. It was a Friday night at 10 o'clock, and there was no one else in the theater. To answer the main question in the video, overall, the Beekeeper was not enhanced by the 4DX experience.
And the Beekeeper sucked.
The Beekeeper sucked already.
It didn't feel connected, so it was like, okay. You know, this is also happening while I'm watching a movie, not like helping me get in the zone. The same theater we also saw, it had a 270-degree screen for the
the
big
Screen X.
Yeah, it was like a screen, and then like it would go a little bit on the other walls.
On the walls. I mean, we could
would that enhance the movie?
With that,
that's the next question.
You can make a sequel video.
Maybe get a ducky.
A ducky?
Yeah, from the claw machine.
Oh, okay. I completely forgot what you were talking about.
Maybe get a ducky this time. You know how theaters
Is that
have
like
ducks.
a snack or something? Is that like a new candy I haven't heard about?
No, it's the theater actually gives you a duck, and it's like an emotional support animal during the movie. And if anybody tries to sit next to you, the duck will attack them.
It gets its own duck-sized seat, like right next to you.
Oh, that'd be so
You
cute.
just pet it.
I think this is a great idea.
Regal, get on it. Regal, I know you're trying to be innovative with the 40X stuff and the Screen X. I haven't tried the Screen X yet. Maybe we'll do something like that soon. But I think the ducky experience would work.
The ducky experience, and that's what you call it.
The ducky experience. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can get little costumes for it that are themed with the movie. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get a little dressed up ducky.
Like for example, Argyle is coming out this week when we're filming it. When we're filming this.
We're filming it. We're filming Argyle.
Yeah. I'm gonna put up a cam rip.
That's the next video. The entire movie.
How to make a cam rip. Alright. So what you want to do for Argyle? You can get just like a cat costume, where you can get like a special little backpack to put the duck in.
Ah,
It's a side tangent. Who do you think the real Agent Argyle is?
the cat.
It's the cat.
It's the cat. If it's not the cat, I'll be disappointed.
If it's not the cat, then
I'll be so sad.
If it's not the cat, I'm going to be incredibly annoyed that the cat is just used for cheap marketing. So we'll see how well this ages.
Oh boy.
I do think premium formats do enhance.
Yeah, like you love IMAX.
I do love IMAX. I love Dolby Atmos, but it's just simpler. It's simpler. Big screen, good sound. That's all you really need. You don't need to be thrown around to be like immersed into the movie.
I think that it also works, like we both discussed that, like, this is something that they do and like Disney and stuff, and I think it works better in that regard because it's set up to be that way, and it has a specific like a Bug's Life. It was very specific to having it be like that that video or whatever, and just with this, it's like, since it's not made with the intention to have it like this, I feel like it doesn't work. And it doesn't work for the longer format either. I think with like it's fun as like a thing at Disney or whatever because it's just shorter.
It's just there for like 10, 15 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not
It's not
an hour and 45
hour
minutes.
and 45. Like I said, like they were showing Spider-Verse in this, and that's like 2.5 hours of constant action, really. 40X.
It's lame.
Hang.
Like and subscribe.
Oh boy. Okay.
Don't keep that in.
Ooh, I'm debating on it.
Cut on the beat of my nigga, you know that I blocked this. I got that drink in my cup, I ain't stopping my flow.